Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield. Sidran here. We've got another Pauper video for you today, and it's a fun one because I've played so much grindy Pauper lately. I've played some, with Saltire lists. Some of them I haven't recorded yet, or I'll put on the channel. But I've played like leagues that have taken like literally 3 hours. So I really wanted just to kind of have a palate cleanser. You smell the coffee beans after like a bit of a tasting or something like that, and just. Well, essentially, this is what I pictured in my head. I really wanted to just get like this one creature, which you all know, which is Goblin Gaveleer. We played it on the channel before, and I want to essentially give it a bunch of axes and just sticky tape it to it, and then I want to fling it over to my opponent for lethal. So I want to attack with it with trampling damage with heaps of axes, and then just fling it. So yes, having dreams of this one. I'm very keen to play it. It's very similar to, I guess, the Rally Red list that people might see, still running like a bunch of the Rens Resolves, but we're just really going on the high octane, high risk, high reward. Not a lot of protection, just 2 Apostles' Blessing. Let's just play a bunch of 1-mana red creatures. And I guess the other version of the Goblin Gaveleer, the Champion of the Flame, and try and get like a turn 3 or a turn 4 out and just finish the game quickly. Other than that, the mana base is very similar to Rally Red. We just have 4 furnaces, a bunch of mountains, no Fire Blast because we're running this crazy build. 2 other Apostles' Blessing just to get through when we need to. And then I kind of just copied more from the Rally Red list. So just the Pyroblast, some Tectonic Hazards for some crazy Go Wide decks, couple Cast of the Fires for artifacts and Go Wide, 1 Flaring Pain because Gates have just been running around. And yeah, 3 Relics of Progenitus for the Graveyard Shenanigans. Anyway, if you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can use my code word SiegeRyan below to go through mana trades and get a little bit of money off if you use their subscription service. It's a great way to play with random decks if you need a palette cleanser like me. I have memberships as well if you want to check those ones out. And yeah, like and subscribe, and let's just throw Gaveleer a catch. Alright, we're on the play. See what we got here. Excellent hand. It's just good because we can just power through what we have. We Gaveleer into champion. And we even have the mana just to equip this when we need to. And hopefully just draw some reckless impulses and take it from there. Yeah, definitely. I think we would just try and get more damage in, so we'll go Bane Splitter on this, play Gaveleer, attack with the posse. I mean, hell, I'll take two axes if they come. In this case, I think we just obviously equip. I think we do play. I know we'll play this now, so we at least have something else to equip to. Attack for 5. You've got to be happy with that. Yeah, in this case, I'm kind of happy just to discard. I kind of want the Percussionist. We might be re-equipping this. I think we get rid of this, to be honest. Alright, deck. The Gaveleer. Well, let's just play the Percussionist. Attack with everything. It would kind of feel bad if our last like little stretch here is literally equipping an axe between the Gaveleers to try and get the last bit of damage in. Yeah, I assume I just block that. This pass. If they want to spend a turn to deal with a Gaveleer, then that's fine with me as well. And Blood Fountain. These 2 Mirror Forces obviously can be quite good. Alright, and Mirror Forcer. Okay. Let's just attack with 1 Gaveleer with equipping the axe. We get another one here. Maybe just use our mana the best. Put this on, attack with it. Then if we get a mount to at least we can put everything on the other one. And we got the cast into fires as well. We could technically bring in these. We could bring in the pyros. I don't think they're needed as much. We just take out the Apostles' Blessings, I think. Okie dokie. Definitely, I mean, it's up in the air whether we actually block with the monkey or not. I actually don't think we do, sorry. And this means that, I mean, unless they play a literal furnace, they don't have interaction for that. Damn, it's just so cool when they do the black and white finishes on this. All right. Could have cast down. No Crackland Shaman either. They have lots of like good. And if we draw a mountain as well, we can put it on here and then equip to there. So like an axe, a Gal Blast, there's lots of good draws here. That's good. Well, let's just equip to here. Let's attack with everything. Sometimes the axes are enough, you know. And we will just go onto there. Onto there, get the energy. Hopefully that should be enough. Well, it's Exactsies anyway. There we go. All right, let's go to sideboarding. So what we want to bring in is just a cast into the fires. We did take out some other thingamajigs. We don't want these. What do we want to cut? The flings aren't as good. Battle rages are important. I think all the creatures are important as well. I think we cut like one fling. Battle rages are kind of a little bit better than the fling, just to give double strike. Like, it's very relevant. Mop up their board, still getting a lot of damage. But yeah, Flare Pain doesn't matter. They don't have prismatic strands or anything like that. Relic doesn't matter too much either. You could definitely make the case of just bringing in some of these. Maybe they're over the Gal Blast, but they don't run. It's like they'll run like maybe some Hydro Blasts. They're really just bringing in for the Hydro Blasts, and all our cards are basically the same anyway. We obviously have to keep this hand. We got the best axes here as well, so we're just gonna roll this one out. And then hopefully it is enough. At least we can play that and then we can like Ren's Resolve. So yeah, screams of a Hydro. But again, it is what it is. We will just play the champion out. If they have a Hydro, they have a Hydro. Yep. You can make the case of like bringing in our Red Blast for that. It's just, I think we probably cut the Gal Blast and then fighting over it's a bit more because we don't really have the mana. I can see it more if like, if they have another Hydro, we are cooked. We are so cooked. We have more axes than we've had hot dinners here. Just on the Gal Blast. Well, we'll try and resolve this resolve. Resolve the resolve. Hopefully it doesn't meet another blue blast. It is. Yikes. Alright, spell piss. Okay. Alright. Now we wait. Now we wait. Let's cut some flings and bring in the blue blast if they're going up on their counter suites, I guess. I think it's where we want to be. I guess it hits Thoughtcast and Monitor as well. Right. We'll keep the Gal Blast in though, because at least it hits their random stuff. We'll cut 2 more flings and just have more of the protection going on. Because it feels pretty bad to get counted. Let's get rid of the fling anyway. Give me a Gaveleer. That is not what I want. We will still just chill for a second, because if we do get a Gaveleer, we can absolutely go ham town. Don't really want to pay. I mean, we could play axes, I guess. We have plenty of energy to equip to them. A little bit worrying if they're not playing anything else, which they are though. Okay. the metalcraft doesn't matter too much. We've got another mountain. We can chill for a little bit, but again, we can be cooked at any minute. I can see them having more interaction now. Let's cut the flings in the TBR. Like a Mirror Enforcer. Nah, more Reckoners. Okay. Just drawing a butt ton of cards. I mean, we'll play it. The counter will just go to a game number 3. Okay. It resolves, but I'm expecting it to get Gal Blasted, likely. Red, Gal Blast. Yeah, alright, let's go to a game 3. We'll bring in the Red Blasts, the Pyros, the whatchamacallits. Take out these flings. 1, 2, 3 TBRs as well. And yeah, see how it goes. We could maybe run like a blessing over a TBR, but I don't mind like 1 TBR for like a percussionist or something like that. Just give it big old double strike. Get in, you know. And we are running a fair few extra creatures. Now we're on the play. Right, let's see how we go here. Yeah, this hand's good. So we'll just start with the Gaveleer. I assume they're likely just going to play if they play tap land, we can absolutely cook them. We just put both axes on this, and then I'm happy with that. If we get in 1 hit with it, that would be good. Otherwise, we'll split what we have. And we got an impulse as well, just to follow everything up. All right, they got one of those, eh? I'm kind of high risk, high reward kind of person, so let's just go to attacks and just load it up, I think. No, that's fine. No, we won't pay for that. We'll just pay another one. I technically did this in case I wanted to pyro this, so we went absolutely cooked. It just makes more sense. It makes more sense to do the axe first because I was expecting them to pyro like our creature. Alright, I will target. We'll just get rid of one of the resolves. Alright, there's a splitter. I think now we do. The option is we could play that. I think we almost meant to Ren's resolve first. See if we hit anything. I know like it matters more with this, but if we hit like a mountain, which is unlikely, but you know, we can get this to resolve. And the high upside of doing this before combat is if we hit a mountain, it gets a lot better for us. And the mountain allows us to equip a creature next turn. Double percussionist. I mean, I don't hate that anyway. I think we should still attack, obviously. Yep, so we dropped them to a relative 11. Had good 2 untaps as well, untapped lands. No red source, thought casting here, okay. Alright, well now we just play everything. It's more if they have a Crackland Shaman. Let's hold on to the Lackey. You just put a Bane Splitter on one of these monkeys. Because if they go like red source, which is unlikely, like they've, you know, they run only so many. But if they do go red source shaman and they can just sacrifice 8 artifact, then we're pretty cooked. But now we're seeing in a part where we can draw a Gal Blast now. And I feel okay. Spring Enforcer, okay. Gaveleer is interesting. I think we're just playing it all. Let's just play the lucky. Get in with everything. Because I likely want to get rid of this. And the next turn at least we can play this, equip the axe to it. Yeah, and we can still hit something good off this, so. Toss into the fire. I actually want to get rid of their red source, to be honest. We could like hit this, but I think it's kind of fine because we can just play Gaveleer next turn, and if we draw a mountain, we can equip the Bane Splitter. Or if we draw an axe, like it's still pretty good as well. I'd have the other red source here. All right, well that kind of does it here. Got 4 cards there left in their hand. I'll play the. So the thing is, if they have literally anything, I think we just attack with both. I think the axe doesn't really do anything. So now we'll hit the lucky. We'll Gav Blast and just play the Gaveleer. Which is the Gav Blast first because of Spell Pierce. They have so we'll play Gaveleer here, but we'll actually hold back the Galvanic Blast because they will have Reckoners and gain 7 if they really need to. Let me just hold for a little bit. So yeah, they did have a Reckoners. So let's just do this now. Hopefully they don't have a Spell Pierce in their hand. There we go. And that's why we waited. Alright, let's jump into another one. Alright. This hand's very close. I think we keep it because we got the lackey with an axe. And then we have follow-up plays. Plus we're on the draw as well. Alright, that's good. We'll follow up with the flame now. So we play the lucky, get him for onesies. And then hopefully we can save the rapier for the champion of the flame. Dual flings is not where I want to be right now. Not at all. I do like this. Is this likely? It's either Jeskai Ephemerate or Jeskai Ephemerate or it's Familiars. Just playing Snowlands. Alright, they're keeping everything on top with the Ponder. It really makes you think, you know. We'll get him for 1, we'll play the Champion of the Flame. And no one will be the wiser. Let's play this one. This might eat an early Journey to Nowhere, you know. Damn, that's a very bright plains. Good old Captain America, eh? It is Familiars. Look at that. So that is an 0-3 currently. They do run a fair bit of things. Let's just attack with both. Likely I'm just going to drop the... It's more if they have snaps is the issue, so I might just do one rapier, I think. I want this Apostle's Blessing kicking around just in case. I mean, honestly, I think we just put it on there. And if they try and snap it, then we can Apostle's Blessing the snap, the creature that they want to try and stop. Put it on the lackey. And let the first strike happen. And if they let the first strike happen, then we'll put the other one over. This feels like a snap. They might snap their own dude, to be honest. I think they're deciding what to snap. Okie dokie. In that case, I mean, I think we just put it onto here. I don't think we'll use an ephemerate on that. We actually don't have enough metalcraft to get this, but we can get it on the following turn. And now we're getting for like five still. The familiar lives. The Scout Blast can be quite valuable, but we have to use it in a good spot. That's all. And we burnt an ephemerate from them as well. You just can't. You have to let them make the first move, essentially, with removing their creatures, because they can quite easily just Ghostly Flicker, bounce, whatever, and just get the job done that way. I think now we've got a 5/3 Trampler. We can just keep kicking back with this, attacking both every turn. They topped. They might even want to try and snap here. And just put the champion back. God's Pharaoh. So can win the problem where like they can have flicker mana up here. I think another axe is where we want to be. That's good. So we can attack with both now. And honestly, it might be worth just to put it on there. Play this, see what happens. Put it on here, and then if they do decide to Ghostly Flicker, we can handle that our own way. And we can also Gale Blast them if they tap out. Well, they take the damage, so they go to 4. Unless they want to Ghostly Flicker. Snap targeting that, yeah. So we will Apostle's Blessing. And we will do blue. And now with the Fling, I think we can quite comfortably put enough damage on the board now. The Gale Blast isn't quite enough, but we have Flings. Just more if they counter it, that's all. Just, what are they dropping? A Dignitary? No, Muldrifter with an Ephemerate, probably. We can still attack though with our champion. If they do this and then they decide to second flicker it and draw a bunch of cards. The deck doesn't really run. Yeah. It's more like the prohibits, and a lot of the decks don't run that many. So against them, we want to bring in all the Pyroblasts. Relic, I'm not worried too much. We're bringing Blessings. That does screw up what they're doing. I want to take out Flings because of counter spells now. And I think I want to keep everything else kind of chuffing along. The TBR is kind of like, yeah, I'm less hot on that. I think we just get there with our creatures on the ground. Yeah, we just run it like this. Because the champion and the Gaveleer have trample, that's enough. As long as we keep those alive, I think we're fine. And we'll see if we actually really need like the Flings and whatnot. But they normally bring in the gates. And they'll have the blue blast now. So then blue blasting a Fling's just like game over. We just Doomblade our own creature, and you know. Well, this hand is wildly unplayable. So I'm gonna put it away. Close this chapter. Okay, we do keep this. I think we just put, I mean, this one's technically the worst one. Now it's more if they just go Island Goat, they're not okay. All right, so we are gonna Ricky for the Vicky because that's what you kind of have to do in this, and play the Gaveleer, and then we just have to pray they don't pyro it. I'm curious why they played the Ash Barons. They must have another Ash Barons. No, they got Lorien. Okay. Did they let's go Island Hydro? We're in so much trouble. Okay. This is okay with me. I think we still, like, we could just double Bane Splitter, but if they have a Hydro, I'm not going to be happy about that. It doesn't change the clock that much. I'm going to do 2 next turn, so I think we just do one Splitter in for 5, and then the next turn we go Splitter, Rapier. How much is that? The thing is, they can just snap us. We have to keep the Pyroblast up for snap because they might snap on their turn. Get it for 5, and the next turn, it's not exactly lethal. As long as we remain protected, we're okay. And literally, like, it's. I assume they're gonna have like a play next turn. I am likely gonna just Pyroblast if it's a blocker or whatever. We're gonna get rid of it because once they get to a certain level, we're pretty good. And the Chancery also means that they can't do heaps and heaps here. They're playing Wall here. Playing White for a Pharaoh. Okay, well let's play a Rapier. We'll still play the Bane Splitter, I guess is technically correct. And then drew Champion of the Flame. We can do a lot of damage. I think we attack and just play the Champion of the Flame. Then I feel like they have to block here. So if we played more specific in a specific way, we probably could have won that game. But alas, here we are. Also, a fling would have worked there, but again, like if they had literally one thing just to handle it, we would have been cooked. Right, so they can do a lot of things here. Again, it's probably more like a snap is what we want to deal with. They're playing this. They can't Ghost if they play the land now. I think we actually Pyro this. So play land. You just stop their draw. They gain a life, yes. But it means they will likely either have to block. I mean, they have lots and lots of ways to get around. Well, that's fantastic. Let's attack with everything. This is the turn to do it. See how they block. Can't exactly take 9. Taking 5 right now. Let's diversify and put this on the champion. They both have trample. They can't ephemerate anything. Let damage happen. There we go. Exacties anyway. We didn't even need the Gout Blast. Alright, this hand is not really keepable. Not without. We need a creature at least. And we have a high chance of creatures. This is fine. I think we just get rid of. I think we need to go mono creatures. We'll go Gaveleer and then likely put the Bane Splitter on it. We run into the fact that we might not hit another mountain again. But we're on the draw, so I'm hoping we do. Oh no. This is a full like grind deck, it looks like. We'll see how we go against this. We do hit that. That's good. Well, let's just play a Gaveleer. It's still probably worth it to go like Lucky, and then whenever they block, we Bane Splitter, and then following turn we resolve. But Serrated Scorpion's like generally not good against our deck. Especially if they keep bringing it back, that'll be a problem. Tapping out here for Tyrant's Choice. Each player votes for Death or Torture. If it gets Death, more votes. Each player sacrifices a creature. If Torture gets more votes, okay. They vote first. Right, so we vote for Torture. We're gonna just lose life. So they're mono black burn. Not attacking. Makes sense. And honestly, yeah, we'll just play the mountain here. Let's play a Lucky. And let's just get in some damage with the Bane Splitter while we can. We can re-equip it to whatever we need. It's good to try and push some level of damage. Especially in controlling the board, it's always good. Alright. Put the axe in. Chuck it in. Absolutely chop up the Scorpion, mate. Yeah, obviously they net the one here, net one down, and then they'll lose another one. It's pretty good for trampling there. And then look, we're probably just gonna go like Rends Resolve and likely just play the Gaveleer again. And play the rest till next turn. Yeah, bump no. Alright, it's a race. We have a race. So if that's the case, we definitely want to try and Bane Splitter onto a Goblin Gaveleer rather than anything else. Onto your boy. Just another bump of the night. So I wonder if they have another swamp here. I mean, they might honestly just do it. They're an 18, we're an 8. Like, alright. How it's gonna look is, let's just Rends Resolve first. And we're going to play Gaveleer regardless, but if we just get a couple axes ripped off the top here, not exactly what I want to see. Anyway, we'll play this. I'm just doing this all pre-combat anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Attack for onesies. And then next turn, I mean, a TBR would be nice, or a fling, where we can do 4, 5. I mean, even a mountain we can. So a mountain's the same as like getting another one anyway. We can equip both, drop them to 9, 10 to 7. It's 2-turn clock. I mean, the fact that they didn't play a swamp tells me that they probably have a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Just deciding to get rid of that creature is interesting, unless they have like a Defile to get rid of this Gaveleer. Which in that case we have a Champion of the Flames. If they've done that, then I'm more inclined to play this taking for 1 and playing a Champion of the Flame. So alternatively we can equip, but then if they remove it, then we're cooked. So let me just play this, play an Impulse, and set up for a bigger turn and split the artifacts. Diversify our threats, as they say. Okay, well that's good. At least if they continue having removal, it's not the end of the world. Attack for 1. Again, I think we're probably going to still Rends Resolve because it's just high chance of getting some kind of other sword or axe. Tapping out for just a Vampire's Kiss. Okay. Alright, it looks like they've just slowed right down anyway. Another Champion of the Flame. So let's just So I guess we can equip here. Just double equip. Let's just double equip and finish them in 2 turns if we can. Enough shenanigans, you know. Just get him for 10. And threaten 10 next turn. They need 2 Bump of the Nights, and they've already played 2 to really finish us off if they're a mono Blackburn. They can, of course, do another. Vampire gets us 2. They need the Arms of the Vein, like Blood Token Arms of the Vein. Looks like they might be doing that now. And then they survive another turn. They do survive another turn. So we need to draw, like, literally fling another Axe. And we should be fine. Although they can also just draw Swamp and then play the last burn spell. Gav Blast. We have lots of, basically just like not drawing a mountain and another creature is what we need to do. Finally drawn that other land, eh? Alright. This is a do or die right now. We have a very low land count. Literally anything in our deck outside of a mountain and a creature wins us the game. Alright. Nice. Alright, let's attack. And we'll Gav Blast them. That's why we're on Great Furnace, so you always get that Metalcraft, and we just send that upstairs, and GG. Alright, go into a game 2 here. I don't think we actually want to do anything, we just want to race them. We could do the Apostle's Blessing, I guess, is the one thing. But I don't really know what I want to take out. Maybe the TBRs for the extra Apostles, because it's just going to be mono black and run it like this. Flowering Pain doesn't do anything, again, it's purely for Prismatic Strands. Alright, so this is our opener. We obviously cannot keep this. It doesn't do anything. We have a decent amount of creatures in this build. I really want to fling at least one Gaveleer, you know? That'll make me happy. We will keep this. I think we do get rid of the fling. Sorry, fling. At least the percussionist can replace itself. We do this, bump it up to 5. And hopefully after a couple of hits, that's all she wrote. If they play a Scorpion, we're very likely just going to Gout Blast it. Did they miss their land drop? They're in their main phase too. Alright, they play their Swamp. And they're playing Bump of the Night, straight up. Okay, let us go Steel Great Furnace first in case we want to Gout Blast for a billion next turn. Play this. We will attack for 1. And then, yeah, if they decide to Doomblade this, we at least have a draw, and then the exile off the percussionist hit like an impulse or another creature. Not all bad news bear. Raven, maybe commit a crime. Oh, but yeah, this one's pretty good. That card's very good. We will hit it with a good old Gal Blast though. And just equip a Rapier, I think. Let's go Rapier to this. Gal Blast the bird. Let's get him for 3. And then let's just continue this train essentially. Nothing else from them it looks like. Oh, it's coming, a Scorpion. Okay. Scorpion is good. So I'm tempted to probably write just to Apostle's Blessing, I guess. Let's attack an Apostle's Blessing and essentially just use it as like a Doomblade. So I'm gonna block. We won't do any more of the swords. Right, we will target you. Take 1 life, 2 life, pay 1. Alright, we will name black. So 5. And hopefully we just don't see another one now. They missed their land drop as well. They obviously don't have another scorpion, otherwise they would play the scorpion. They have a black mage's rod. Okay. Well, we're likely just going to be trading it here now. Right, still no other land for them. Let's do this in case we get a Gale Blast and we want to target that. Otherwise we might just hit another creature. Double mountain, okay. Well, that's not good for us. We will attack. At least whatever we play, we can re-equip this up here too. That's 100% right. They're not blocking. In that case, I do want to put both of them on. Just get extra damage and just treat them like shocks, essentially. And that way, if we draw a TBR, they are cooked. But yeah, now I'm pretty keen to see another creature. Very keen to see another creature. Yep, so destroying the creature. Let's see if we hit anything off this. Go on, give me another creature. The monkey giveth, the monkey taketh. We are going to probably just target this hero token with that Gale Blast and hopefully just hit another creature. Another mountain is not where we want to be. Let's just Gale Blast this now. And then, yeah, we'll just F6 through. We still got the impulses. We have plenty of creatures like the Lackey, Gaveleers. Got 4, 8, 12. Like, it's basically a third of our deck. No, we've seen 1 and we've seen what, 20, 14 cards. I like our odds. We just need to draw one. Alright, another rod. I kind of now want to draw. I think a Lucky's the best with the first strike. I mean, that's a good draw as well. Hopefully we hit 2 creatures off this. Just an Apostle's Blessing. Okay, we'll play the mountain off the top and pass. Every time we get a little bit closer to the Lord, the Mono Red Lord. And the thing is, the hero token's colorless, so the Apostle's Blessing doesn't actually do anything with that. A lot more creatures we've seen from them though. Vampire's Kiss. They've essentially like stabilized, but if we do get any kind of creature going, I'm feeling good, you know what I mean? Gaveleer. The thing is, they can attack and essentially just burn us. We'll play this. I will equip one. I don't think we can afford to block. If they have the burn spell here, they have the burn spell, which they ultimately do. They haven't played a land spell, so maybe, no, I guess we do have to block. Force their hand. They could equip the rod. They equip the rod, that's not a great idea for them because they can still lose. Okay. So they might just have another burn spell here. And any ham sandwich does it as well. Come on, show us the burn spell. Come on, mate. It's a smash. Okay. Well, they have to, like, they have to attack here. It's just because otherwise we insta lose. They're not attacking. This actually gives us an out. Like, if we literally draw a TBR, we can cook them. Well, let's just equip this. but it's not enough. 9, 9, yeah, it's not enough. We'll go to the next one. All right. They should attack because it forces us to essentially block 0 and 1, and then they just need a ham sandwich to finish the job. I don't really want to bring the cast into fires. I do like the TBRs over the flings now. And I think we just run as is. If we're running the cast into the fires, like everything was like a 1-2 kind of dealio. 4, 8, 12, 14 creatures. Yeah, I guess it is like a low amount. Yes, I would like to go first. Just give me an absolute ripper of a hand. We will have to mull this one. It's close. It's so close. I think we actually mull it, sadly. This is better. We'll keep this. We'll bottom the TBR because this gets plus from this. I think we bottom that as well. So we have a way to play ahead with our stuff. We can play the Champion of the Flame, play the Mirror and Bane Splitter, and then that gets through everything as well. And then we have an Impulse just in case. Now the thing is, what I've learned with these decks is you just have to play to it. If you have them, you have them. Otherwise, they might have you. But you still always play into what they have. You know, if you don't have the protection, then you just go for it, essentially. And when you mull to 5, we don't have the liberties of waiting. Like if we did have the other 2 cards here, the Apostle's Blessing, I probably would have waited a turn and just impulsed here. They very well might just feed the Swarm here, or, you know, that variant that just destroys a creature. See, now they're playing the Raven Owl. That's fine with me because the Bane Splitter gets around it all. So let's just see what we draw. I think it's still correct to impulse. You draw a mountain. Yeah, look. Let's attack. We'll flash this in. Get some trample damage over. It doesn't have death touch or anything like that. Not blocking, we will put the axe in, get it for a nice comfortable amount of damage, and then we'll impulse. I will play the Great Furnace here. It's not the good furnace, it's a Great Furnace. And we will fire off an impulse. Alright, we've got a fling. It's not great knowledge to let them know that we have that, because if they do decide to get rid of this, like essentially now, if we draw an axe, we can cook them. Next here. Right, they're just building up the board. Okay. I mean, if they go this crazy, oh, they do have a Soul Reap. Okay. This complicates things. We're on 14 to getting in with this bird. We need to draw like another impulse, really, I think, is where we need to be. Not an axe. Okay, we'll play this one. We'll pass. It was a fairly good mull to 5, to be honest, but I think now it's going to be a bit too hard to come back from it. 2 mountains in hand with an axe. We'll just see what we draw. Assigning and blooding. Okay. No Scorpion. This is probably all she wrote now. Not attacking though. Percussionist. That's not going to do it. We'll just concede. All right. So just a quick wrap up here. This was the deck. I think for the flavor, probably swapping the flings out for a TBR is probably more correct. I just like flinging things. It's just fun. It's just fun to do. But if you were to be more serious with this, I'd probably swap those around. I'll probably even run more lackeys over the percussionist. Yes, it does help with metalcraft, but we already have a bit. Maybe just go like 4 lackey and then 2 percussionists. All the axes are fine. I was thinking there is that one creature that is like 2 and a red. It's a creature where like equips cost 0. You could potentially run that, but it doesn't really have any of the extra stats on it. So you'd want to be able to fling it or trample it with a TBR. But I'm kind of happy with where this sat. Really, like I said, I just wanted to deal heaps of damage with a bunch of red cards. And we didn't get to fling today, but, you know, I still had a lot of fun anyway. Let me know what you think of this one, and I'll see you in the next one.